In the next few minutes, I'll be showing you how to make this amazing chart in Excel in which you can see each column as a cluster, and in the background you can also see a column for the total amount for each value. So let me show you how to do this, and let me also explain to you my specific example. So in my case, I'm calculating the energy consumption for each month. So as you can see, for January, for example, we have heating, cooling, kitchen, laundry, and lighting. And we can see the energy consumption in kilowatt hours for each category. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll make a chart, and for each category, they'll have their own little bar. And in the background, we'll be able to see the total consumption for January, like so. So the first thing what I've done over here is I have calculated the totals for each column. Now the next thing I'll do is I will select my table. No need to select my totals yet. And I'm going to go into Insert, Recommended Charts, and I'll select a clustered column chart, and I'm going to press OK. Now I can go ahead and expand this chart a little bit so we can see what's going on in this chart, and I'll move it to the right a little bit as well. Now after this, I'm going to go ahead, select the totals row that I've made. I'll copy this and I'll simply go ahead and paste it into my chart. So now we have a specific bar, a separate bar for my totals as well. And now I'm going to right click any bar within my chart, and I'll go into change series chart type. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the totals bar to a different axis. Okay, so everything over here is going to go to a secondary axis, but the totals bar is going to remain in the primary axis. Okay, and so I'm not going to check this off for the totals bar, and I'll press OK, and here we are. So thus far it's looking like this, but it's not ready yet. So what I'll do now is I will select any chart, or any bar rather, that's in my primary axis, and I'm going to right click it and go into Format Data Series, and I'm going to change the series overlap to 0 and the gap width to 100, and I'll press enter. Now what I'll do is I'll grab my totals bar, so I'm going to actually click on the totals bar, and for this one the series overlap will once again be 0, but the gap width will not be 100. It will be 100 divided by 5. And the reason is because I have 5 categories here: heating, cooling, kitchen, laundry, and lighting. 5 categories. So for this one, the gap width will be 100 divided by the number of categories. So divide by 5, which gives me 20. And this ensures that the totals is actually covering or encapsulating all of my other columns within it. Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and close out from here, and as you can see, now we have 2 axes, right? So one y-axis is for, it goes up to 450 kilowatt hours, and this is for our energy consumption for categories, and one of them goes up to 900 kilowatt hours, and this is for our totals. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make sure that all of my tiny bars fit snugly into this totals bar, right? So what I'll do is I'm going to select this axis here, and I'm going to go into Format Axis and change the maximum. So right now it's at 450. Let's make it 700. Okay, so 700 looks something like this. I think we can make it a little bit less. So let's go with 600. And yeah, 600 works pretty well. So we're done that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our totals here, and we're going to Format Data Series, and we're going to change the way it looks, because right now you can't really tell because there's dark blue and then there's a dark green in here. So it's really hard to tell the specific bars inside here. So I'm going to give this a gradient fill. Okay, and I'm going to change my gradient direction as well, so that it's lighter on the bottom and darker on the top. So I'll select this one here. Now I still have to do a little bit more work in terms of formatting and labeling. So I'm going to go ahead and add labels. So add axis titles. For this axis, this is up to 600. So this is for the categories. So I'm going to call this energy consumption by category in kilowatt hours. And then after that, I also want to name this. So I'm just going to call this total energy consumption. And then I also want to give this chart a title. So I'm going to go ahead and paste the same title from my main chart, which I showed you earlier on in the video. And after this axis is simply the months of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and call it months. So now we have a totals column going on as well in the background, but our data points, our data bars are still quite prominent. So we can see the bars inside the total as well. So as you can see in the green, we have the total usage of energy per month. So as you can see, January and December were the highest energy consumption months. Within those months, if you look at it, from January, February, March, this dark blue column was the highest. And this dark blue column is heating, right? And same goes for November and December. So for the colder months, the heating was high. If you look from May, June, July, August, and September, for those 5 months, this orange bar was the highest. And the orange bar is the cooling. So we can see a pattern that in the 5 months of summer, the warmer months, the cooling was up, right? And we can do those comparisons and visualize them easily with this new chart that we've made. So that's how you can make this column chart with a background in Excel. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do drop a like and subscribe as well. It really helps out the channel, and I'll see you shortly on the next video.